What does non-commercial mean in a Creative Commons license? Have you ever wondered what non-commercial really means in a Creative Commons license? This term is essential for anyone involved in electronic music, whether you are a creator or a user. Let's break it down. In the context of Creative Commons licensing, non-commercial refers to a specific condition that restricts the use of a work to purposes that are not primarily aimed at making money. This means if you are using a work under a non-commercial license, you cannot use it mainly for commercial gain or financial profit. It is important to note that the focus is on the purpose of the use, not the identity of the user. For example, a for-profit company could technically use a non-commercial licensed work for internal training without charging fees. On the flip side, a nonprofit organization could use that same work in a way that generates revenue, which would be considered commercial use. The word primarily is also key here. The license specifies that the use should not be primarily directed toward commercial advantage. This allows for some flexibility, but it can also create gray areas. For instance, using non-commercial licensed music in a free online video that contains advertisements may lead to questions about whether that use is considered commercial. There are three main Creative Commons licenses that include the non-commercial element: attribution non-commercial, attribution non-commercial share alike, and attribution non-commercial no derivatives. These licenses allow others to use the work freely as long as they do not use it for commercial purposes and comply with other conditions like giving credit or sharing alike. For electronic music creators, understanding the non-commercial clause is vital when licensing tracks, samples, or remixes. For example, if an electronic music producer releases tracks under a non-commercial license, fans can use the music in personal projects or educational content without paying fees. However, they cannot use it in commercial products like advertisements or paid compilations without permission. DJs or remixers can also use non-commercial licensed tracks for non-commercial purposes, such as free mixtapes or promotional mixes. However, they cannot sell those mixes or use them in commercial performances without obtaining additional licenses. Educators in electronic music can include non-commercial licensed tracks in tuition-based courses, as long as the use is not primarily commercial. However, this interpretation may vary and could require clarification. In essence, the non-commercial condition in Creative Commons licenses allows for free use of a work as long as it is not mainly for commercial gain. For electronic music creators and users, this helps protect their rights while encouraging sharing and collaboration in non-commercial contexts. However, due to some ambiguity in what counts as commercial use, it is often wise to clarify intended uses or seek permission when commercial use is a possibility.